So I've played a lot of Stardew Valley, maybe too much, but over these hours, I've learned a ton of useful tips about the game, which today I'll be sharing the very best of. For example, did you know that you can use chairs to access the secret woods early? Just place one beside this log, hop onto it and enjoy the spoils of the secret woods. However, this is only the beginning of how incredibly broken chairs can be in this game, as on top of this, you can also use them to unlock the quarry early and countless other special areas all across the map. Speaking of the map, don't ever feel limited by your farm. What I mean by this is you can place tons of items like kegs, furnaces, and whatever else you want all throughout Pelican Town, including the beach, quarry, and cindersap forest. This also includes people's houses, so feel free to make yourself at home in any or every home in town. One way I like to use this opportunity is to place a chest inside each villager's house with all of their favourite items, giving easy access to them whenever I walk by. Just make sure not to place them in someone's way, as most of the villagers aren't exactly going to be respectful towards your property. The carnival wheel at the Stardew Valley festival is actually completely rigged. Instead of each colour having an equal chance to occur, there's actually a 75% chance it'll land on green. Why this man would rig his own game against him, I don't know, but with this knowledge you can farm up infinite tokens with no effort whatsoever. It's possible to angle your fishing cast to the side by holding left or right while casting your rod. This took me way too long to figure out and allows you to access some previously unreachable bubble spots. If you ever happen to collect some extra hats, make sure to keep them handy as you can put them on your kids, sea urchins, scarecrows, and your horse. Speaking of your horse, if you head over to the ice cream stand and nobody is working there, it's still possible to buy ice cream, no matter the time, season, or weather. Just park your horse inside the stand and it'll serve you the ice cream. This will also work with slime if you get an incubator set up. However, unfortunately, none of this will give you a discount. Salmon berries are probably the most broken food source in the early game. You'll probably start to see these pop up around day 15, and just by grabbing the ones you walk past, you can get dozens and dozens of these every single day, and pretty much never run out of energy ever again. You can push chests around by clicking on them when you walk into them. I don't know why, but before writing this video, I had no idea this was a thing. You can move the greenhouse to wherever you want on the farm. To make the best possible soup at the Luau festival, the easiest items you can put in are gold quality cheese, melons, or purple mushrooms. When you put these in, your friendship with each and every villager will go up by 120 points, or almost half a heart, and the governor will be overjoyed by the taste of the soup. If you're wondering what the worst foods you can add are, by adding a pufferfish, sap, or any other obviously poisonous item, you'll get this response, giving you the honour of making the governor pass out, and quite possibly assassinating him. Bugs in the mines have a 1 in 200 chance of dropping ancient seeds. This is probably one of the easiest ways to get ancient seeds, and also one of the most reliable. Speaking of red drops, there is a 1 in 100,000 chance that when cutting weeds, you can find an item known as a living hat. On the title page, click on the corner of the Stardew Valley icon to grab this little piece of wood. After you grab this, you can put it in the middle of the R to get this Easter egg. When you're fishing, it's always worth saving any of the less valuable fish you catch. I know it may be tempting to sell many of these for some quick money, but trust me, there's a better alternative. As once you get 3 hearts with lightness, you unlock the recipe for sashimi, which costs 1 fish to make, and will give you 75 energy and 75 gold. You can get heaps of coal from dust mites in the mines. I know I used to really struggle with getting enough coal for my smelting, crafting, and giving to Pam, but all of this changed once I figured this out. Just go down to around floor 50 in the mines and kill as many of these as you possibly can. Bonus points if you have the monster musk or burglar's ring, as you'll get even more dust bright spawns, and with this can get hundreds and hundreds of coal each day. Speaking of Pam, if you want to catch the bus earlier in the day, it's possible to make Pam get there half an hour early. To do this, all you need to do is stand in front of her as soon as she leaves her trailer. This will quickly lead to her getting upset with you and hurrying up to reach her destination. After she walks into the actual bus stop area, she will slow down, but you can get her back up to speed by doing this again. While you're at the bus stop, it's worth noting that the trees around here work the same as any of the ones on your farm, making it one of the best places to put tappers on. When you're thinking about clearing your farm, you're probably not planning in advance which trees to keep for tappers. However, the ones at the bus stop will always be there. This also works in cindersap forest and pretty much any other tree in the game as far as I'm aware. When using the slingshot, there are way more items you can use as ammo than you might think. This includes fruits, vegetables, ore, and even more, all dealing different amounts of damage. Always check the trash cans whenever you walk past, as they can contain some surprisingly valuable loot. Each villager throws out different items according to their lifestyle, and some of these can be insanely convenient, like free meals, fish, and even gems if you're lucky. You can press tab on your keyboard to switch between rows of your inventory. This was added in 1.5 and has made things so much easier for me. Coffee, food, and horses all stack on top of each other for huge amounts of speed. This works with most consumables, for example, pairing a spicy eel with a cup of coffee. However, keep in mind that you can only stack one food item with one drink item for maximum effect, as consuming multiple food items of the same type like 2 coffees won't provide any additional benefits. Villagers prefer high quality items considerably more than normal ones when receiving gifts, with a silver quality item giving 10% more friendship points, gold 25%, and iridium a whopping 50%. This is massive for friendship, as most of the time, getting a high quality item isn't really going to be that much harder. On top of this, if you want to receive the maximum friendship points in a single gift, give an iridium quality love gift to someone on their birthday to get almost 4 hearts in a single day. While Robin's is supposed to be closed on Tuesday, it's actually still possible to buy from her. Just wait for her to get in this position, and on the way out, click the counter as usual. The timing is pretty precise though, so make sure you don't miss it. There are dozens of secret fishing Easter eggs you can find all throughout the game. For example, you can fish in this fountain here for rocks and wood. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but I guess if you'd somehow cut down every tree in Pelican Town, this might come in handy. This tip does go a little further though, as there are all kinds of strange places you can fish up special items from, including outside the spa, this spot in the desert, and even more, each of them giving some kind of unique gift. When you're in the mines, it's worth keeping almost all of the weapons and gear you find, even if you don't need it, as by going to the Adventurers Guild, you can sell this for some solid money. And last but not least, if you're sick of collecting hay for your animals, there's a way to place grass which will constantly renew itself, and you'll never have to worry about it. To do this, just place your grass in a fence enclosure like this, letting your animals eat whatever new grass grows out, but never finish it off. If you like this video, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to check out the video on screen.